Hey there, how's it going? Got a plan, Stan here with more of Day 5's for the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Let's Play. We're picking up where we left off in the previous video where we're working on some volcano stuff in Vermont during this fire ceremony that the townsfolk of Emberdale are performing. The problem is the volcano is erupting while everybody's up on top of it throwing fire hats into it for the ceremony. We did the same thing and then we left and it turned out everybody died, so we got started over. we got a Groundhog Day situation here where the fortune teller Baba restarted the day for us, so we get another shot. So we're going to be exploring we're going to be going down in the cave on top of the volcano, and we're going to see if we can't get to the root of the cause here and figure out what's going on. As we can see, there's a lot of floors in here, so let's dive right in. Oh, lots of enemies. Okay. Oh, look at that. I see there's on this same floor, on floor 5. There's a save statue up there on the other section of it, which means the final boss for the dungeon is probably on this floor itself, right? We just have to go down quite a few floors and then back up to get to that section, I'm guessing. And it looks like we've got two sets of stairs going down here on the portion we're at. We're down here on the bottom section, so we'll check them both out. One of them will probably be a dead end with a treasure chest, and the other one will be the correct path. So we'll see where we go. We're gonna do some battles. We're still doing the auto battling thing here when we can. Are these different what were they called? Mouse flaps? No, same enemies. Okay, so we're running into enemies we've already seen. They're easy enemies, so this should be nice and quick. Yeah, pretty pain-free there. There we go. Getting a little points. All right, we hit level 10, got every stat. Let's see how we're doing. So Kiefer, us and Kiefer are both 7 stars in our vocation, and Maribel is 6, almost 7. So she's going to be getting heal and fuddle soon. I think Kerfriz is what we're most excited about, but you know, and he's gonna get cutting edge soon. We really need to start getting more vocations because he's quickly approaching the point of needing a new one that he can switch to, right? Since he's basically learned everything he can from Heir Apparent already. Well, let's try this one first because it's like the closer of the two. Let's see what it does. Oh no, they're both. Yeah, let's keep going this way. Okay, cool. Oh, we got something over there. Oh, cool. Oh, we're still fighting here. What are we? Oh, hammerheads. New enemy, maybe? Have to see. Oh, they hit for more than one. They don't have too much health. 5. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Was that like 3 turns? They go by pretty quick here in this game with combat speed. What do we got here? Single file. Okay, we like that. We're gonna do this fight probably, yeah. I like how we're one-turning these enemies with basic attacks. Nice and smooth. Oh, there she goes. Yep. Heal and fuddle, so now we have 2 healers. We're in a situation, you know. I think in some of the Jrpgs trilogy remake games we saw multiple, especially Dragon Quest II, right? We had multiple characters who could do healing. I don't know why, but every time I have a party worth of characters in JRPGs where more than one character can do healing, my mind always goes to Phantasy Star 4 first. I don't know why. I think because we spend like most of the game with Chaz and Rika in the party that it just is really memorable. I have no, are we going the right? I don't know. This is a long path we're going here. I don't know. Okay, good. I picked the right one. Here we go. Just a chest. A scale shield. Okay. Always start with her for shields, right? Because she has the least shield availability. Okay, then us, and I'm guessing he can use it too. Again, though, with Kiefer having the most HP, he also just has the most defense too, right? I'm always gonna go from the bottom up when we find new equipment, new defensive equipment, I should say. And then offensive equipment, we probably start from the top and go down, right? Because we wanna make our strength stronger first. Now, have we found? Oh, we're still missing a floor. Interesting. Look at that. Well, we'll probably get it going the other route. And it looks like going the other route actually split into two paths there too. We'll see that when we get back up top. I really like how the equipment is changing our characters visually, at least weapons and shields wise. It doesn't look like it does with armor or helms, but shields and weapons it does, which is better than nothing, right? It would probably be better if it was like all four things, but some is, and as in many cases when it comes to quality of life, some is better than nothing. Oh, look, I didn't even see the arrow. Oh, that's cool. So they even tell you which way is the correct way to go. I'll have to remember that for the future. That's a very subtle quality of life right there too. So whenever we're doing dungeons and there's arrows telling us where to go, don't go there first, right? Like I feel like I've been saying throughout the playthrough, don't go there first. Like right here. Yeah, this is what I was talking about where it's gonna split. So there's an arrow, so we're gonna not go there first. So now that they've already released Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 worth of remakes and 7, what Dragon Quest game or games are we hoping for remakes of next? I'm curious about that. Because I have no experience with Dragon Quest games other than Dragon Warrior 1 as a kid. So all of this stuff is basically new for me. And so I'm definitely deferring to people who have experience. You know, I do have Dragon Quest XI S on Switch 1 that I think we'll do a Let's Play for this year. Maybe even right after we do this one. I'm not sure. I got to think about that, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll do that. And it might be a really, really long Let's Play, like where we might just be doing like one 30-45 minute video every day until we finish it sort of deal, because you know I think I mentioned it early, like on the first day, eventually I'm gonna get back to streaming regularly Monday through Friday, but we aren't gonna be doing a Divine Digger. We aren't gonna be doing, I think that's ours. Ooh, I like the evasion chance too. That's cool. We aren't going to be doing variety streaming, like playing games like this when we get back to streaming. We're going to be doing recurring games, some that I've already been doing for at least a year, if not longer. some that are newer that we've added to the mix. And I do want to get back into, you know, I can't remember whether I mentioned it at all during this playthrough for anybody who's new to the channel, but I have played a baseball game in the past. My interest, just like my personality, is very ADHD, and so, like, yes, I'm very nerdy. I like very nerdy stuff, but I also really like sports stuff. And the interesting thing is, though, I've never really been into baseball, but there's this series that I found of baseball games I found on Switch years ago, and I just thought the game looked cool, you know, like with the pictures on the Nintendo shop. And then I checked out YouTube videos of it, and it just looked really fun and interesting. And at the time, it was an indie franchise, and so I picked up Super Mega Baseball 3, and I really enjoyed it. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, they're gonna make it worse, aren't they? It's gonna start shaking. So I picked up Super Mega Baseball 3 on Switch 1 years and years ago, like 5 years ago or something, and I really enjoyed it. And then out of nowhere, a couple years ago, they came out with the fourth one, and the company that made the first three got acquired or something by EA, which is, all things considered, probably not the greatest thing in the world, but it you know, it gave them more financing and stuff, and they did, but interestingly, they did like no advertising for Super Mega Baseball 4, and it had actually already been out for like 2 or 3 months when I found out that it even was what, like, they were even thinking about doing it, let alone doing it and then releasing it. And so I picked up Super Mega Baseball 4 on PS5, and I even tried streaming it, and it turned out people who were interested in watching my content for Jrpgs mostly, like, actually enjoyed the baseball content. And we had a lot of fun with it. We went over the course of like 2.5 months a couple years ago. We played through an entire season of baseball, including the playoffs, which ended up being like 185, 190 games or something. And it took us like 2.5 months, and it was actually just a lot of fun. I think it was a lot of fun for me to do, and it was a lot of fun for people to watch. And we started a second season with the same team. So in this game, the default rosters in the league are just like fictional. They're like fictional characters, and they're funny randomized like names and stuff. But in the fourth entry, the newest one, they actually added licensed players. Like, they didn't get licensure for the whole league or anything like that, but they added it for some players, both past and present. So like Big Poppy's in it, and I think maybe like Ken Griffey Jr. might be in it or something. But yeah, so what I did for the streaming, I just created an entirely new fictional roster that doesn't even have like the franchise's like fixtures of like players and stuff that have been in like multiple entries of the games. Like, I just created, you can do that. You can just create a new team or a new league worth of randomized players. And so we did that. And then I rolled a 1d30 or 1d32. I can't remember how many teams are in baseball, but we rolled a 1d30 or 32. We got, I think, 26. And then I just went to that team, and we just dove right in, and it ended up being, oh my gosh, I just got crit. It ended up being the Whispers. And so when we get back to doing a fixed schedule, I want to get, oh, he's done. He's done. What do? We can't do anything. We don't have the vocation system unlocked yet. We did too much random battling, I guess. That's okay. I think the good thing with that is it means that when we do unlock more vocations, we can just start hopping in. We don't need to wait until these characters finish their starting ones out. But yeah, so we ended up starting a second season with the Whispers, and I think we got about 2/3 of the way in. and then I just stopped streaming it. So we've still got a second season of The Whispers to finish playing, and I want to keep going. Like, it would be really cool to do like 10 seasons of The Whispers or something. There's also something different I want to do with that game too eventually, when The Whispers do finally run their course and we're done with them. And that's I want to make a new league, but the kicker is something that we didn't do the first time around with The Whispers. You can actually do drafting too. So I want to draft an entire team, and like people watching, we'll do it live, and I want people watching to be like able to contribute. Like, we can make decisions about which player we'll draft each round and stuff like that, and I think that'll be really fun. So I do want to get back to doing that. Whoa, that was a green slime. We haven't even fought a green slime, and we just one-tapped him. That's interesting. But yeah, so I want to get back into the baseball, and my idea with that was Whisper Wednesdays, right? So we've got Octopath Thursdays, patch day for Octopath. Sword of Convalaria's Friday. And then we've got 2 other new games that we can do as well, so we'll have a different game every day is my plan going forward with the live streaming. We have Arknights Enfield, which is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse in terms of gameplay. It's like an action combat game, but honestly, there's so much, like, so many JRPG elements surrounding, like, the character customization and party team building and stuff that it's honestly ending up being really fun, even with the combat not really being my preferred style. And oh, we got a weapon drop there, Cypress Stick. That's not good though. So we got that, and then we also have Chaos Zero Nightmare, which I think some people in my community have already seen me play a couple. Oh my gosh, I gotta turn this off. We've got to heal. A couple people have already seen it, and honestly, it's scratching another different itch that we didn't necessarily. Oh wait, we need to favorite her heal too. There we go. Did you guys see that? That's the first time I've seen it. So I was in the yellow, right? And I noticed, like, looking at my character's face, I had one eye was, like, bruised shut like a boxer. And, like, I was, like, looking pretty groggy and beat up and stuff. That's a really cool little detail there. Okay, so anyways, this Chaos Zero Nightmare game, some people in my community have seen me play it already a little bit. It is a deck building game. It is the closest thing I've seen, and granted, I haven't played many deck building games, but it's by far the closest deck builder I've seen, like, mechanically, like gameplay wise, to Slay the Spire. And I had actually started getting into, like, back into playing a little bit of Slay the Spire, and like in the second half of last year, and so this game really has been scratching that itch well for me lately. And like the quality of life, the developer team for it has been really good. Like, every time there's bugs, they're hot fixing stuff like almost every week. Like, I think we're about 10 or 11 weeks into the game's launch, and they've put out hot fix patches for bugs like almost every week that the game has been out. Like, they're incredibly proactive. We got another Thorn Whip. That's wild. I don't think anybody else can use it, unfortunately. Let me see here. Yeah, that's really too bad. I hope when we get more characters, I hope more of them can use whips, because that'll be really good for random battles. But yeah, this game, you know, and with my propensity for liking JRPGs, it's interesting because some of these games don't have as good of stories, right? Like this card games, the story's okay, but I've paid attention to it most of it, but I've skipped a little bit of it, and I don't really regret skipping it. And it's like an okay story, whatever. It's more so about the gameplay, the character building, team building, the animations, the art and the animations in the game are like really high quality. Like it has a lot of production value to it. Scale armor, ooh, that's gonna be for me too, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right, we got boxer shorts too. Yep, that's me too. But I don't think she can. Nah. Whoa, our defenses have been. How did her defense go up to 51? She must have got a huge defensive level up last time, and I didn't realize. Kiefer's defense is actually like really not good now. I think I've got to give him the armor or the shield here, actually. Oh wow, no, maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, let's give him the armor. 45, 44. Yeah, I think we want to kind of have somewhat of a balance. I mean, we do want, because Kiefer has the most HP, we do want him to typically, if we can help it, have the lowest defense. Although I think the later into the game, the harder that'll be, because he's gonna eventually maybe be able to equip stuff that my character won't be able to equip. I'm guessing because he's like the fighter, the warrior of the group, basically. But yeah, so we've got Chaos Zero Nightmare, Arknights Enfield, Super Mega Baseball 4, Octopath, and Sword of Convallaria. So that's like I think the streaming plan, and I think that might be, I have to figure out which game we're gonna do on Monday and Tuesday between Enfield and Chaos Zero Nightmare. I don't remember what patch day is for Chaos Zero Nightmare. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. It probably doesn't matter which one we do which day, honestly. Nice hit, Kiefer. But yeah, so I think we'll do like that for streaming, and then we'll do like let's plays of stuff like this and Dragon Quest. So we came from the other one, and Dragon Quest 11S, for instance, on YouTube. I think that's kind of the tentative plan for moving forward. Bubble slime, okay. I see why we've been one-tapping them outside of combat. It begs the question, maybe it's because of the mallet dude why we're actually in combat. Either that, or maybe it's because I came up to them from the front, and so they like technically attacked me. I don't know. These guys unfortunately were not ready to. God, the whip is so good though. It's very interesting how they've done that with whips and boomerangs though in the Dragon Quest games. You know, they hit multiple enemies, but they always do like less damage the more targets they hit, right? Like they do the full damage to the leftmost enemy, they go left to right with their damage splits. But like the further right you go, like number of enemies hit wise, the bigger the damage penalty. Cause like we saw her hit the enemy on the left there for 9, and we saw her hit the enemy on the right there for 2, I think. Right? See, it was 8, 7, 4, 8 and 6. It's kind of interesting. I wonder. I guess that's to make it a little bit more balanced, right? Because if it did full damage to every enemy, it would just be too strong, probably balance wise. Is my guess. This has been a fun video. This video we've been spending more time in this video talking about other games than this game. But 16 XP, those slimes are great. All right, so here we go. We're going. Oh, jeez, they're all making it worse, aren't they? I'm surprised it's not like rumbling more while we're running around and seeing them do that. Oh no, there's the final place. There's the boss. Interesting. Then what's the save statue we saw back up on the 5th floor? I wonder. Maybe another boss? And the one we're seeing on the map on this floor is actually just the dungeon's mini boss? That's probably what it is, right? Because we already saw when we fought Maeve we did like what felt like a boss fight with the crab, but then afterwards we had to fight Maeve too. We actually technically had to do like 2 boss fights, but the first one was easy, and so it felt more like a mini boss or something, you know.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. How much money do we have? We're doing good on money. Oh no, yep, I knew it was gonna be a mallet, dude. 10, 8, and 4. Dude, his crits are getting out of control. Kiefer is gonna be the first one to hit for 100, I bet, too. And then if we ever get to the point of hitting for 1,000, he probably will be the first one to do that, too. I think we probably will, though, because I'm pretty sure we saw... Didn't we see in Dragon Quest II... and maybe 3? Didn't we see us hitting for 4 digits damage? I feel like at the very least we saw it in 2 towards the end of the game. With all the especially once we learned about the fact that the buffs and debuffs can stack, and you need to cast them more than once on your targets. I can't believe that we made it through Dragon Quest 3 and 1 and didn't realize that. That's kind of wild, actually, isn't it? Especially, oh, gosh. The animations in this game are good. Good. Not good. So he's the mallet dude that makes us have to fight him, I think. He's critting a lot. I mean, he does have that monster heart, I think is what they're called. That's supposed to like up your crit chance, right? I think, right? Yeah, this one, the Hammerhead Heart. 10% crit chance, yeah. Oh, that's cool that they actually quantify it, right? Oh, and this one actually says what this one does too. Allows him to survive a killing blow with 1 HP. I wonder if it might actually be better to put that on one of the healers. In hindsight, right? It doesn't give stats either. What does this one do? Defense and charm. Still don't know what charm does. Let's see, golem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change this up. I think we're gonna go like this, actually. Let's do that. He actually has more defense than us now. Let's go back to this then. There, that's better. Okay. Yeah, I like that more. Is this outside? Where is this gonna take us? Oh yeah. You can just see a leaf. Is that for reviving? I don't remember. Yeah, okay. That's gotta be favorited, right? Yeah, you gotta do that. Newest first. Type, maybe. Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna start using those. Let's see. When we're gonna start using the seeds. Because we have a decent number now. What is horse manure for? I wonder if I'm just supposed to sell horse manure. I wonder if that's like what I'm supposed to assume about it. Oh wait, which one do we come? Oh, that was the last one. That makes sense. I think we have to start going back up, right? This point. Oh, new enemy, Little Devils. Ooh. Fire-related attacks? Oh, they do cool attacks, though. They zap us with their little antennae. Did they just drop rocks on my head? Yes. Ow, stop it.
They didn't stand a chance.
I mean, they still hurt though. We're gonna go up because we got a save and healy spot coming up soon. You guys need to stop throwing stuff in here. Yeah, nah. Be liberal with our MP, I think.
Hey!
So many pumpkins. We've got to be getting close to being able to one-tap these guys out of combat too, right? They don't they don't really pose much of a threat anymore. I mean, I guess technically when we first started fighting them, they didn't even then, but they did hit kind of hard. Like their basic attacks hit for like 5 to 8, I think, and their spinny stuff did like, was it like 4 to 7 damage to everybody maybe?
That's how it's done.
Oh, there you go.
That.
Oh, I screwed up that time. I didn't even get an attack off. 9642.
That's how it's done.
What'd you get? All right, we'll take that. I also wonder what, you know, when you start to being able to one-tap the enemies outside of combat, is it level-based, like maybe average party level-based? Oh, so sorry, it looks like we got desynced again or something, maybe. Hopefully that'll be better.
All in a day's work.
Apologies for that, I think that's because of the computer. Oh, she missed.
Right. All in a day's work.
Okay, I was wondering about that because it seemed like Kiefer was talking a lot after combat, and yeah, it looks like whoever ends the fight gets to do their call out. We're using so few of these. We found 11 more. I think yesterday we saw we had 15 herbs, so we should probably be using those for healing a little bit more often. Maybe we'll just use those when we need to heal in combat. Okay, here we go. Looking at the clock, I think this is actually going to be a good stopping point for the video. We're gonna save our first save of the day here. Maybe our second save of the day. Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Helps the channel grow. Really appreciate it, as always. And until next time, take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.